What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today it is back to Divco, but today it's not the front end, it's not the body. We are doing, when I say we, Austin from AJP Customs. We are here, it's what is it, like 10:15. We just got back from visiting our friend Tom Beckley at Maryland, which Tom was in my last video, okay? And I put his little Instagram thing down there, and all day today, the whole day, he was pretty much whining, no followers. Well, you put this big YouTube guy out there, and I got no followers. So do me a favor. We're gonna put Tom Beckley's Instagram sign somewhere back here again. One person, I don't care if it's just one person for an hour. He's gonna check it, okay, after this video drops. Go over there, follow him for like 10 minutes so he sees his little ticker go up, and then you can unfollow. So Tom Beckley, Instagram, that's where we're at all day today. But today, we decided, well, we're gonna start working on the rear end of this here dually. And stick around because, well, we've already ran into about 16 different problems, and we're trying to figure out how to solve all those problems. So let's get at it. All right, so where we're at with this back end, well, I made a few bad judgment calls, and that was putting a dually under a milk truck, but I want to do it, and we're going to do it anyway. So 22 and a half, that's what we're running. 22 and a half, so overall is 23 inches, okay? I need 77 inches from the inside to inside, or 77, right? Late. 77 inches from the inside of the fender, and well, we're sitting at 83, so we've got to take out 6 inches. 3 inches on this side, 3 inches on that side, and well, we've got to narrow this frame also. So not only do we have to take it out of the rear end over there, we have to take this whole frame. We're gonna suck it in. Well, hopefully in this video, we get it complete. And we ain't going to sleep until it's done either, so.
Don't forget to go like our backup singer, Tom Beckley's Instagram page.
Yeah. Sorry, Tom. All right, it's the next morning. Oh, it's not even the next morning. It is the morning of the morning we went to sleep. It's, what did we go to bed, about 2 o'clock? We left the shop anyways, about 2 o'clock. And well, we made pretty good progress. We took 6 inches out of there. There's 3 inches out of there. There's 3 inches out of there. We basically took the inside of this frame, shoved it together, put a good cross member here. We're gonna add another one there, and then we're gonna gusset the ever-living happy crap out of this thing so it doesn't twist, turn, move at all, because that's hanging up this dual rear end right there. And well, the next steps is going to be to lower. We're going to be lowering the truck, but we're going to be shortening this axle, but that's not for till probably later today or tomorrow. Austin's got to head home, which he's been a huge help over the last day. He's got, what, about a 2-hour drive home or so?
Yeah, 2.5 hours.
And well,
I bought a bunch of crap yesterday.
From who?
So our buddy Tom Beckley, don't forget to go follow him on Instagram. But we got to load up my truck because I got steel, truck parts, and a bunch of junk to take to my place.
It's not junk, all right? Nothing is junk here. Anyways, we're gonna get him loaded up, and then I'm gonna probably go and get a big pot of coffee, and then I'll come back out here and maybe get started back on that rear end, narrowing it and just moving forward on it. So that's where we're at. All right, we got Austin all packed up. He's on his way back home, and well, it's time to get back to work on this coffee in hand. And well, while you guys kind of were away, I went ahead and made some cross member brackets here. Basically, instead of taking the 3x4 and running all the way across, this back piece is beefy enough. Basically, just made a kick bracket for this, the frame to mount to, gusseted it there, built a few gussets for the outside here, did the same thing on the front. Capped everything so no water's going to be getting in. And well, right now, before I start messing around with that rear end over there, which I've got to get it up on that table, get it kind of stripped down and start figuring out how much I got to take out of that, I want to go ahead and tie or build a plate that's pretty much going to tie from here up. It'll go into there, H out, H up, and then tie in way over to that side. So I'm going to go ahead and pop some measurements, hopefully get something built up on the table over there, and I think that's going to really tie it all together.
All right, got the plate all cut out. It is welded all in. We're gonna smooth all the way out from here all the way back. Basically that whole frame will be nice, smooth, round corners, all the good stuff, you know, all the stuff that people aren't gonna see, I'm gonna put lots of time and energy into. So, all right, let's go ahead and get that big old heifer up on the stand, and then we'll just start cutting everything off there, smooth the axle out, and then start narrowing away. Ooh, it's up there, okay? It's up there, okay? That's all I can tell you. I'm pretty sure. I'm actually 100% sure. No, I'm not 100%. But I think once I start pulling these wheels off, it's gonna tilt to one side because all the weight's to one side. So maybe if I take off one side, nope, I'm just gonna start in the middle, work my way out, and the more I get scared, I'll just, I'll stop. Let's go. All right, I was gonna go ahead and just start stripping everything off in the middle here and work my way out. Like I had mentioned, I don't know, 41 seconds ago, and I changed my mind, okay? I wanna go ahead and, well, cutting these perches off is gonna be a pain in the butt on the backside without being able to access this side over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw the adapter on the end here. I'm gonna throw a set of wheels or just the rim himself and take measurements basically to this backing plate, okay? Then I'm gonna pull all the hub stuff off, know how much I have to take out of there, and then, yep, then we should be able to start taking stuff out of there. So, all right, time for a little math, okay? This is like math class with Mark, and well, Mark's not a really good teacher when it comes to math, so he's gotta look at it about, 22 times to figure out if he's right or not. Then he's gotta triple check himself another 31 times after that. So after 53 tries, we probably will get it. Anyways, here's where I'm at. This is where the rim's going to mount on this lip. Those semi wheels, this is their center bore here. So I know the face of it is going to sit here. So if I went and took a measurement pretty much from the face of that down to the ground, that's gonna be my outside measurement. Okay, outside measurement. Then I will just take that measurement, add it over there, figure out what the middle is because, well, where's my sticky note at? Oh, here it is. Sticky note that's not really a sticky. Let's see, the rear has to be 77 inches. So we'll get a measurement on the wheels, add it on this side, take it away on the middle, and well, that should give me 77. Okay, so if the wheels were sitting like right there, right, there's the outside of the wheel. This would be where the hub is, that bore I was just showing you. This is where that adapter is gonna sit. If I take it down to the ground, what are we working with? We're gonna say 12 and a quarter, 12 and a half. I don't know. All right, I went ahead and put a lot better square on there so I can get an accurate measurement, and it's a little bit less than a quarter, but we're gonna round up a quarter, and I'm actually gonna round up another quarter so I can, my tire is going to sit flush with the outside of the rim. But I'm gonna go ahead and add a quarter of an inch on both sides. So we're gonna take that 12 and a quarter and we're gonna round it up to 12 and a half. Plus I like, even numbers. So 12 and a half plus 12 and a half, that's 25 inches I'm going to need on the to account for my wheels on the outside of the face of these adapters, okay? So now what I've got is I got a straight edge on the face here, and then I've got a straight edge here. So I will take a measurement from here to there, subtract or figure that number, add the 25 to it, then subtract it from 77. Yep, there's your math with Mark. All right, now to the face of that. Boop, don't move. To here. Ooh, 64 and 3 quota. I better write that down because I know I'm going to forget it. 64 3/4. How come we can never find Sharpies? All right, 64 3/4. Once again, I like round numbers. And this 77 is actually 77 1/4 because I gave it a little buffer. So that we're going to add to this because I'm actually going to take it away. I took it away on this, so let's just say 65. Let's scratch it all out. Plus the 25, that is 90 inches. Yeah. Now I need 77 inches. 90 minus 77 equals 13 inches cut out. Yep. So I had to take 13 inches out of this whole thing somehow. All right, let's do it. Well, I might be into a little bit of problems here and there, but I think I have a solution. I think that's why you guys are here, because I'm going to walk you through my problem, and as I'm telling you my projected solution, it's going to kind of walk you through my brain one more time, and maybe it'll work. I don't know. Okay, so I've got to take out 13 inches of this. 6.5 on that side and 6.5 on that side, right? Okay, so I'm going to put you to where you can just see down this little guy right there. Okay, can you just see down? Nope, right there. Okay, right there is just down it. So the width of my wheels is 24 overall, and we already know from the here outside is 12 1/4. Set that to 12 1/4. We're at 22.5 from this lip. Okay. So 24 from 22.5. There's already 1.5 inches that I'm going to need. And I'm trying to think ahead from my parallel 4-link bars. I already got 1.5 inches here that, well, I can't use anything into. Okay. All right. Hold up everything. Stop everything. I just got surprised, and well, this is going to make things a lot easier because, well, my wheels came in. I'm sitting here trying to measure all this stuff, go through all this, do all the math, and well, the wheels just showed up. Yeah, so, well, I was using those, the mock-up, which I borrowed from Mr. Tom Beckley, which if you're not following Tom Beckley on Instagram, you better get over there and hit a follow on him, okay? So anyways, he was ever so kind and let me use some adapters and some wheels laying around. And well, mine just showed up. So rather than sitting there trying to figure out the math this way, the math that way, and all this other stuff, let's just throw them on there, okay? Put the new wheel adapters on there, put the new wheels up there, and well, it's as simple as, taking a measurement, boop, right there, 89 inches. Somehow I just gained 1 inch, okay? Those wheels are actually a little bit taller, wider than these, so I just gained another inch. Perfect for what I need to do because, well, now we know 89 minus 77. We're taking 12 inches out. We don't have to do the 6.5 anymore. We don't need 13. We're taking 12 inches out, 6 on this side and 6 on that side. Easy. All right, so one of the things, and I'm going to get you in here in a second because I'm slowly putting this stuff together as I'm, basically I'm just winging it, okay? Anywho, 6 inches out of this side. Let's just go ahead. I'm going to make you a mark. Make me a mark right here. Come on. That side I'm not concerned about, okay? Not concerned about that at all. And yes, this looks like an offset. Actually, it doesn't look like it is. It's an offset rear end. However, the pinion is still centered up into the frame, okay? Because this is not on the pumpkin centered up, it's just had to do a short tube here and a long tube there. It is an offset. So this side I am not concerned about, not in the least bit, okay? I can take 6 inches out of that and we're gonna be okay. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? But, okay. My plan is to take it out of this flange. I'm just going to basically cut this flange off here, and then we're going to re-weld. But if we look a little bit here, run a straight edge all the way down, basically where the lip of the wheel is and my brake bracket. I don't know. What do you want to call that thing? We've got, come on, tape measure, work with me. We're going to call it 1.5 inches. Okay, 1.5 inches. There is my mark right here. That's 6 inches. Now I've got to add 1.5 inches because all of this, that's actually going to be up on this flange over here, so it's going to be sucked in to it. So 1 inch, 0.5 is right here ish, okay? All this is ish stuff right now until we actually start getting down to it. Don't look at this one. Let's just look at this one right here, because the rest of them, that's you know, it was practice. Anyhow, that's how much room I've got. Not this one, this one. It should be close to like 3.5 inches, I believe. Yep, 3.5 inches. Now I've got 3.5 inches left on that passenger driver's side, 3.5 inches left on the driver's side to try and figure out, can I get some sort of brackets in there? Typically I run a 3-inch wide 4-link bar. The end links on are 3 inches, which comes out to, with the bushings, is 3.5. So we're gonna be over, because with the bushings is 3.5, and then you have your brackets also. The mounts themselves, they're another 1/4 inch plate. So we need about 4 inches. And I've got 3.5. So either I'm gonna have to use a narrower. I've been narrowing everything else. I've been narrowing the frame. I've narrowed the rear. I'm narrowing the rear end. So why don't I just narrow the link bars too? Nope, I don't want to do that. Anyways, I got to figure out something that's going on here. I don't really want to go into the axle tube housing too much, but I might have to. Okay, which, yep, that's okay too. Just make a bigger bracket over here. I don't know, but let's go ahead and get this stripped back down, get all that stuff knocked off there, pull the torch out, get all these accessorized or whatever that came on the truck originally off, and then we're just gonna start with a clean slate. So 6 inches, try to figure out how to find another 1/2 inch. Let's try it. All right, this is the fun part. We are about to just cut this off, take that section out and slide her back in, you know, tack weld it and call it good. No, I'm not gonna do that. If you don't know how to weld, if you don't know what clocking means, if you don't know how to keep things in phase, if you don't know how to line things up, I would recommend narrowing the axle. I've done probably, I don't know, 6 or 8 of these in the past, and I've had 0 issues with them because, well, I double, triple, quadruple, whatever checks I do, I check a bunch of it and I make sure it is right, okay? It's very, very important. So here's what I'm doing. I've got 3 marks. I've got a scribed line here, I've got a scribed line on the bottom, and I've also checked it's true here and on this flat spot. So I've got 3 reference marks that once I, you know, schwack that end off right there, I should be able to take that. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I figured out where I'm gonna get the extra 1/2 inch, which I'll get back to. You know, anyways, so once I cut that out of there and slide it over, I should be able to line these marks up, get that true to there, and then, you know, weld her up. Should be good to go. Now, if I'm off a little bit, it ain't gonna hurt nothing, okay? If I'm off this way, off that way, I mean, just a little bit, nothing. Even maybe a lot of it, it's not gonna hurt nothing. As long as that wheel cylinder is pretty much facing up for this backing plate for all the brakes, we're good to go, okay? So what I use to kind of true things up, I use a hose clamp, whatever diameter your axle tube is, just get a hose clamp that size. We're gonna put it on there. I'm gonna make sure it's trued up. And then we're gonna cinch it down and we're gonna cut to one side of this. Now, if I start cutting into the clamp, well, I know I'm not going straight. If I start cutting off the clamp, well, once again, I'm not straight. Basically gonna take my buzz wheel and ride it right on the inside of here as a guide. And there you go. Nice straight line. Oh, now back to where I'm going to get my extra 1/2 inch. Out of this side. Yep. Call me crazy, but I'm going to take that pinion angle and we're going to move it over to the side a little bit. Nothing hurt. This is actually sitting about 1 inch more to the passenger side than it is on the driver's side. So I'm going to take that extra 1/2 inch. I'm going to keep going. We're going to go about 1.5 inches. And I've done some math and angles. And I think I'm going to be about 1 degree as far as my, what are them things called? U-joints go. So that ain't going to hurt nothing. Okay. So extra 1/2 inch over here. Use hose clamp, cut, true, easy peasy. Well, there it is. It's cut in half. It's done. Went pretty simple. Just take your time kind of cutting through there. If you use the clamp, if done right, you shouldn't have, your clamp should still be together and there shouldn't be any cut marks along the clamp face. It's pretty smooth here. There's nothing really catching my hands and there's no taper or nothing to it. So came out pretty good. I will go ahead and back bevel all this, taper it down. There's a lot of metal on that, so we should have plenty of meat to kind of back bevel, kind of do a root pass, a fill pass, and then cap it, and kind of keep going. I'm not going to show you guys really any more on this because A, for the sake of video, B, to get it out to you guys in a timely manner, and C, I want to strip that whole axle. And I'm going to go ahead and start designing the 4-link setup for it. So while the axle's kind of going back together and then the bracket's going on, I'm going to save that for basically the 4-link and all the air ride install and whatever else is on the next video on the Divco Milk Truck. So anyways, thanks a lot, guys, for sticking around. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Same thing. It's somewhere over here on the bottom corner, I think. If you're on your phone, you should be able to click it. If you're watching it on TV, it's not going to be there, but you can back out of this or just kind of look down the bottom and hit that subscribe button. If you are subscribed, share it out. Share it out. It's as easy as copying the link, send it to your buddies in all the texts, Facebooks, Instagrams, whatever you want to do it. It's that simple. Drop a like, drop a dislike, throw a comment out there, let me know, how I just really screwed this up. Or let me know how, I don't know, that I did it right. I don't know. But bottom line, what I really want you guys to get out of this entire video is get over to Tom Beckley's page on Instagram, because he's not on YouTube yet. We're trying to get him there, and follow him, okay? Because I don't want to hear from him anymore that, I put his name on my videos and nobody likes him. So thanks a lot, guys. We will see you next time.